Good afternoon, everybody. In today's lecture of class 12 mathematics, we are going to start chapter 14, that is linear programming. In this chapter, you, you have to deal with real life problems. Okay, this chapter has three exercises in which first two you have to use different concepts, and the third exercise consists of both of the exercises. Okay, in this chapter you will get surely a 6-mark question in your final board exams. Okay, now linear programming. In this chapter's first exercise, what you have to do is that you will be given a question. Okay, any question. From that question you have to make the problem. Means what you have to maximize or minimize. Okay, in this we will always talk about the positive aspect, that we have to maximize profit. Okay, minimize either loss or cost. Okay, means you can assume that there is a dealer. Okay, there is dealer who has rupees 50,000. Okay, and he has a shop in which he can store 60 objects. Okay, he deals with two things, tables and chairs. Okay, in this way the question will be given to you, and it will be given table costs rupees 2,500 and profit is of 250 rupees. Okay, similarly chairs price will be given to you, that is rupees 500 we can assume, and its profit is say rupees 75. Okay, now what will be asked from you, that how many tables and chairs should he buy that his profit is maximum. Okay, now in first exercise you have to form a problem. Okay, in second exercise what you have to do, problems will be given to you. Okay, and you have to find the answer. Like in this first exercise you will form problem, in second what you will find that how many tables and chairs should you buy so that his profit is maximum. And in third exercise, first you have to form problem, that whatever is given to you, you have to write it in a systematic way so that it can be understood, and then using graph you have to find its result, that what amount should it buy or give so that his say profit is maximum or loss is minimum or cost is minimum. Okay, so now you can look here, what you can look here is what we have to do, we have to deal with profit, that we have to find that at what point our profit is maximum. And in the question about what we are going to deal, to that we say objective function. It is our objective that our profit should be maximum. Okay, now let us try to solve this by our own way. Okay, means without using linear programming. Generally we are going to solve by using hit and trial method. Okay, so first thing, we can assume he buys tables only. Tables only means no chairs. Okay, so how many items will he be able to buy? 50,000 divided by 2,500, so it is equal to 20 tables. Okay, so what will be its profit? Profit will be 20 into how many? What is profit on each table? That is 2,500. 2,500. Sorry, 250. So that is 5,000. He will have a profit of 5,000 rupees. Okay. Secondly, we can assume that he buys chairs only, no tables. So how many will he be able to buy? 50,000 divided by 500, it is equal to 100 chairs. Okay, but what is given to us in our question? That he can keep only 60 objects. Okay, so he is forced to buy only 60 chairs. Okay, and what will be his profit? His profit will be 60 into 75, that is 4,500 rupees. Okay, similarly we can, by using hit and trial method, we can say that he buys 10 tables and 50 chairs, or 20 tables 30 chairs, in this way. Okay, in that case what we are going to do, that maximum amount of this is used, or we can say all amount, and the required amount of objects are only bought, so that our profit is maximum. Now what do you see in this question is that maximize profit. Okay, and what we have to maximize is represent that by z. Okay, now I assume that he buys x chairs and y tables, or say x tables and y chairs. Okay, so what will be his profit? His profit will be z equal to 250 into x plus 75 into y. Why is it so? Because he buys x tables and 250 is profit on one, so on x will be 250x, plus, and he buys 7 chairs and profit on each is 75, so total profit he will have is this. Okay, now but he cannot use money more than 50,000, he cannot keep objects more than 60, and also chairs and tables cannot be in negative. So these all are our restrictions. Okay, means above these, whatever these are, it may be money or space or anything else that we are not able to use, to them we call constraints. What we call constraints or restrictions. Okay, now how will we represent these restrictions? Now cost of one table 2500 into x. Okay, x table is y plus cost of each chair 500 into y. Y chairs is y. This whole will either be less than or equal to 50,000, because this will be the cost of all the things you will buy, and this can only maximally equal to 50,000, but not less, not greater than that. Either it will be equal to 50,000 or less than that. So one of your constraint is this. Okay, understood? Similarly, now for objects, he buys x tables and y chairs. Also, the sum of total things he buy will be less than 60 or either equal to 60. It is another constant. Okay, I hope you understood it. Also, x will be greater than or equal to 0. It is obvious that either he will buy no table or some amount of table that will be equal to 0 or either greater than 0, but it cannot be negative. Similarly, y can also be not negative. Okay, in the same way. So how will you write it? You will write we need to maximize, what we have to maximize z, and z equal to 250x plus 75y, subject to constraints. Subject to constraints. Subject to constraints means we have to keep these things in mind. What things? That 2500 x plus 500 y should be less than or equal to 50,000. Okay, now to simplify it, you can also say that 25x plus 5y should be less than or equal to 500, or 5x plus y should be less than or equal to 100. Okay, either you can write just in the simplified way or in this, there will be no change in our, but if we write in this way, while finding our answers in further exercises, it will be easy for us. Okay, now what is another constraint? Another is x plus y should be less than or equal to 60, and x should be greater than 0, y should be greater than 0. In this way you have to solve your first exercise. So your homework is to solve exercise 1.1 with examples. Okay, so this is all about linear programming. Okay, we said LPP, problems of linear programming. Linear programming means what? In this we are talking about linear equations. What are linear equations? Linear equations are the equations which has degree 1. Okay, in this way we are going to discuss about our real life problems and then solve them. Okay, so your homework is to solve exercise 1.1 and with examples. If you will have any problem, we will discuss that in the next lecture and try to understand the basics of our exercise 14.2. Okay.